Hey, what's up everybody, welcome back to Spiggs Gaming, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about the Halo the Series episode 6, I think? I've lost track at this point. If you guys haven't seen that episode, go watch it and then come back here. Oh my gosh. The ending of episode 5 was more or less a cliffhanger, and I think that's what they kind of like planned on doing, and it was a good strategy with that episode. It completely like this episode, this new one, started off like an hour after the events of like the last episode. It was amazing. Chief is like having like flashbacks and he's ill because of him touching like the big artifact. He's like actually like dying from it. It's actually kind of sad. I hope that is like resolved soon or whatever, because don't want Chief to die. But Kai is in recovery. She was in a lot of pain due to like a lot of damage from the Covenant guns and stuff like that. So but she is now in recovery, which is good. But Chief actually does something that was mind-boggling. He threatened to kill Captain Halsey. I mean, like, literally 2 seconds left, and he yanked the door open, grabbed her, and yanked her out and closed the door again. Because it was a lot of radiation that was going to like flood her lab, and she was stuck in there. And he was basically testing the limits of Cortana and seeing if she could potentially just control him, and the only way for him to see her limits and to see what she could do was to put her creator in harm's way, and then he could see if she could control him, because if she could, then then she would have taken over control of John and opened the door, got her out, but she didn't. So we know now that Cortana doesn't have full body control of Chief, which is interesting to say the least. But McKee, the woman who is like the Blessed One from the Covenant, she's a darn good actress. I will give her that. She is like telling Chief, it's like, oh, they took the artifact to this planet, it's in this solar system, and then they go try to find this planet and they can't find it anywhere. So then Chief is like really, really mad, and obviously he actually starts to kind of like not really threaten her, but like threatening her without saying it. It's like, if you don't tell me where it is, then something is gonna happen. And then she kind of tells him that they are like connected because of the keystone, and that they both like see visions and stuff like that. He starts to like be like, okay, something's wrong here. But then Chief and Halsey have like a heart-to-heart, not really heart-to-heart, but more like a discussion. And Chief is rightly so ticked off that Halsey kidnapped him and all the other kids at 6 years old, took them away from their parents and stuff like that. We all know that story. But we now know that Halsey basically has no humanity. She lost it all during all of this, and Miranda, her daughter, basically called her out on it and was like, she basically said that you didn't have to do this, and her mom was like, but I had to save humanity. But then Miranda was like, at the cost of your own. And I really like that part. But Halsey was told that you're going to this other lab so you can continue your research, but the Spartan program is not being given to your daughter, Miranda Keyes, and she's taking over control of all of that. She's been given the promotion that she rightly deserves, and all of this, and it is a lot to process. And then Chief and McKee start like talking and all that, and she's like, oh, you see flashes of like visions, and they're like really bad, but then you keep wanting to find out more, and it's like, I can show you. And she was really creepy in that scene. It's really creepy. But then Chief and Miranda go to the Keystone, and Chief goes to touch it, but Miranda kind of started to tell him no, because she's starting to see that it's starting to kill him. And McKee told Chief that if she has access to the Keystone that they have there at the UNSC, then she will be able to then like touch it and then like feel where the other one is, and then be able to know where to go, like where to go find the other one. And so Chief was like, well, if she can, then why can't I? Which, good logic there, but it's stupid considering he's like in pain and dying. And Miranda is like, well, or she is telling you this because of she wants to kill you. Like, she wants to kill the Covenant's #1 enemy. And so then the ending of the episode, the ending was amazing. I don't really want to spoil anything, but Chief does touch it, and some things happen. And I have a feeling that I know I said it. I said it, and I've been saying it for a long time, that it is going to end. This season is going to end with us finding Halo. And they basically are doing it. We're on episode 6. I think there's only going to be 8 or 9 episodes. If they don't end this season with like actually stepping foot on Halo, then I will be totally shocked, like 100% shocked. And I actually agreed with this theory that even though this series is of like another timeline, kind of like the MCU, even though this series is creating like its own timeline, you know, and all that, it's these events are leading up to Reach, what happened with Reach, and all of that. Like right now in the series, this whole episode took place on Reach. So I agree with this theory that this whole series is leading up to Reach and all of those events. Or maybe that's how season 1 is going to end. That, you know, it's like, hey, we're gonna find the Halo, but after Reach. You know, because it was only 2 weeks that took place between Reach and Halo CE. So maybe they'll like shorten that time span to where Reach and then suddenly Halo ring. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. But I do have a feeling that McKee is going to do something to somebody that Chief cares about. Maybe Halsey. And he's going to be like, oh, well, it's like, fine, I'll save you. And that, you know, because like she'll be, although I can't say that because, you know, it's like, I was going to say that he'll think that because she's going to be in danger, but I can't really say that because he did put her in danger. He put her in danger like literally 2 seconds away from being burned and hurt and killed. So I guess that's out of there. I guess that's right out the window. But yeah, this episode, I mean, it had like no action in it at all. I really liked the last episode with the action part of it. That was really fun. But I love the story driven that this series has taken. And yeah, it has fighting in it and stuff like that. But I really like the story driven plot that they are going. And I love Chief's story. I love finding out more about Chief's story. I can't wait to see where this season goes and where the next season goes. It's going to be amazing. Okay, everybody, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, then be sure to smash the like button because that'll help out the channel tremendously. Comment down below what you guys think of this video and let me know what you think of this week's episode of Halo the Series, episode 6. And be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I post videos so you do not miss me playing any more blind video game playthroughs or doing any more reactions or any more thoughts and theories videos. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.